Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, Indio, and La Quinta, as Rob mentioned, some of the hardest hit areas by this extreme weather.
And Greg Lee is in La Quinta right now with more on the damage there. Greg, what is that area looking like right now?
Well, here's a good look, Megan and Scott. Good evening. We are on Eisenhower, just in front of the La Quinta Resort, near the La Quinta Cove, just to give you a sense of how thick and how high this water really is. I'm standing at about 1.5 feet deep, but if you want a better sense of it, look over my left shoulder. Here's how quickly that rain came. People said it just poured down within half an hour, and a lot of drivers were stuck. You can see cars still submerged. A Brave tow truck right now trying to get a vehicle out of this high water right now. Take a look at some of this video, though, from earlier, because here's the good news. Swift water rescue teams were working all over the valley in these flooded areas to get people out. They escorted them out of their cars and walked them to safety. Now, like you said, we were getting phone calls from Palm Desert, Indio, La Quinta, all over the valley about this heavy rainfall and the flood condition. You look at some of the video from Fred Waring just in front of Indian Wells Palm Desert Country Club. Rocks all strewn over the road. They had to shut down. They had to do another swift water rescue there. And if you look again at some of the other video, Monterey Country Club, what really is a wash area turned into a running river. People stopping to take photos and get a sense of how crazy this weather is. Someone said they've lived here 30 years, never seen anything like that. Now, despite what a spectacle it's been very scary for some drivers and some people on the road. Take a listen.
Yeah, like lights started flickering, and then we got no power for a while, and then next thing I knew, I had to go move my car because it was going to flood. Then I came back inside, and even my managers were gone. I didn't even know what to do. And so
the more it rained, the worse it got. And so they let us take refuge up in here and go to the restrooms and everything else. But other than that, we're just trying to get home. But at the beginning, it was like a hurricane out here.
So tonight, a lot of people just happy to be safe and out of these flood conditions as this rain continues. Some advice for you: stay home. That's kind of a given. If you can, stay off the roads. If you're in a car, don't try and brave through this water. If you find yourself, though, in a flash flood condition like we are behind us, Swift Water Rescue Team said roll up your windows, pull over to high ground if you can onto the median, and wait for someone to come rescue you. Also, we saw some people trying to enjoy this and slip and slide down hills. That's fine, except be careful when you see any sort of running water to stay out of it. Most of all, be safe tonight as this weather persists. We'll bring you the latest on road closures and safety as it develops. Reporting live, Greg Lee, back to you.
Now, Greg, I actually live in La Quinta and drove through some of that earlier this afternoon. The thing that surprised me the most, I was curious to see if you found that for people you talked to, is it how quickly it turned from just a rainy day to a very dangerous situation.
Yeah, Megan, as I said earlier, people we spoke to in their cars say this happened in a matter of 30 to 45 minutes. Happened very quickly. They were in the road and saw puddles of water they thought maybe they could navigate through, and that's another safety tip. Make sure you look at the curb to see how deep this really water is, because it's stuck very quickly. So like you said, torrential downpour very quickly turned into a very dangerous situation.
All right, thank you very much. Greg Lee reporting live for us tonight. We're going to check back in with him in just a little bit.